Hello, everyone. Oh, are we on? We're on. Hello, everyone. I have been running around trying to get everything ready, and I haven't got my air cast on. So I'm just going to say hello to everyone as they join me. Hello, somebody's joined me while I put this on because I've had my foot up all morning, but now I'm on. I need to get it on. So I'm just putting my air cast on while I'm going to say hello to all of you. That's if I can do it. There's this silly little strap here. And when I go to put my foot in, it flops back and I end up putting my foot on it. Hello, Shoshana. Sore still. Sore, in pain. But you know what's kept me going all week? Really kept me going. So no, it's really been helpful in answering all your questions. Now, anyone watching this right now, let me just reiterate because I've seen a few questions coming in and I haven't been able to respond. Excuse me for going off camera all the time. I'm just getting this air cast on, all right? And I think I've got to blow the air out of this first. Anyone asking questions? The palette is not out online yet. Don't worry, it's not sold out. It's just that it was available at the Charlotte Tilbury stores only. So don't worry if you've seen it and you're worried it's sold out. So I saw some comments coming up, which I haven't seen yet this morning. But it popped up on my laptop saying, has the palette already sold out, the eye palette? It hasn't. Don't worry about it. But what I thought I could do today is answer some Glowgasm questions because I've been able to get all the Glowgasm stuff around me and all the palettes around me. And there were some questions about how it looks in relation to other palettes as well. So that way I could work out exactly what I need to get around me. Because once I'm in this thing, I ain't moving very far. Let me just put this round my foot. Excuse me, I'm still here, everyone. Don't mind me. Just putting my air cast on. I should have done this before, I know, and I'm really sorry. It won't take me a second. So, Shoshana, how are you? Tell me. Give me something to chat about while I'm putting this thing on. As soon as I strap myself in, I can actually look up at the camera. And I'm really sorry about this, guys. I should have got myself more organised. No doubt I'll get a few thumbs down for doing this, but c'est la vie, that is life. Right, I've got my pump. Now all I've got to do is blow myself up. And I can do that while I'm looking at your comments. Anybody? Oh, we've got Shoshana. I'm doing well. Yes, I thought Wayne's box would be his brushes too. Hello, just got in, Linda. Hello. You've had a busy day. So I bet you're absolutely exhausted now, aren't you? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm counting pumps. I'm blowing up my leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's that one. 2 more to go. Yes, you have had a whole day this morning. You probably want to go and lie down now, don't you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Feet up watching you. I've just deflated mine. Yeah, well, I've had my feet up all morning, which is why I haven't been in mine. But now that I'm up and about, I thought I'd better put it on. And it took so long to get onto this laptop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, Shoshana, the complication of an air cast is they will only let me have this for 4 weeks. Because apparently after that you start getting muscle wastage, and I've already noticed it. So when I go to get up, the leg that's normally strong that holds me up isn't holding me up. And I'm going to get up and then sitting down again about 3 times, and having to get Mick and Jack to help me get up from a sofa. So yeah, Linda must know that after a few weeks of wearing it, your muscles waste. So all of a sudden you can't. Now I'm just putting some sunscreen on. So yeah, I had some questions about how this eyeshadow palette compares to other ones that I didn't mention. And I have to say, looking at Legendary Muse, it does look very similar. But I think people want to know more about the ones they can still get, like Dolce Vita. Do you know what? Last night I fell asleep. I cleansed my skin and I got a mask ready. It was a wet mask. It wasn't my Foreo. And I thought I'll lie down and put this mask on. And it's a good job I didn't get it on because it was one of those exfoliating masks. But I fell asleep before I put it on. And so I didn't moisturize last night. The solution causes its own problems. It certainly does. Swings and roundabouts. And then taking more top up, pain relief causes problems. It's not glitter that falls all over the face. No. So just repeating, for people, do not worry. The eye palette is not out on release yet online. It's not going to run out. She must have saved some back for online purchases. They can't all be swept up by those going to Covent Garden and Westfield. But if you live near Covent Garden, Westfield, or White City, Charlotte Tilbury, you can buy it now. Okay? Now, let me just so what do people want me to do? Shall I put some foundation on? Let me put some foundation on. So as I said, I kind of go for less glowy products with this. And I found a brush yesterday. I'm going to show it you. And it just goes to show, I know a lot of you watching me have got really high-end brushes, right? And I've got a few like Charlotte Tilbury ones and things. But yesterday, I just thought, oh, I'm going to use this. It was sitting in with my Charlotte Tilbury brushes. And it's I think it was a really cheap one I got from Amazon in a set. But it really works well. It's called something Evange. And I think I got it off Amazon and you got like 10 for £10. And it really works well at buffing in your product. Sometimes I think it's more about the shape than the make. And considering a lot of high-end companies are now making synthetic brushes, I've never been one just to get designer stuff for the sake of it. I know you probably think I am because of Charlotte Tilbury, but you're putting it on the TV screen now. I hope I'm not breaking up. How's my reception? Because I did think about whether or not to live stream on Instagram and defect from YouTube. But this is brightening youth glow that I'm putting on because it's brightening more than glowy. Brilliant. Oh, fingers crossed then. Fingers crossed. I haven't got the pinks on today. They're all in the wash, Linda. So I've got teal on today. But I know what you mean. I'm liking pink as well. A lot. Now. So I'm going to use some Magic Foundation. And I'm going to dot that around my face. And I'm going to buff it in with this brush, which is really good. And you know what? Why I started to use it? Because somebody had said about one of the comments on here was to try the Kevin Aquan brush, and they said he's got two, a flat one and another one, and they're really good. They're expensive, but they're really good. Now, not the flat one, but the other one looks just like this. And it's good because it gets in under the eyes. It gets in all the nicks and crannies. Thank you. That was after I did that whole look the other day. Somebody contacted me and asked me if I'd lost weight. I think it's just the angle. I might have lost a little bit recently because I've gone off my food a bit, but I wouldn't say I've lost that much that it would be that noticeable in my face. And as soon as his friend sent me that message, I started getting bombarded by want to lose weight. It really annoys me that when somebody sends you a private message and then they pick up on a theme and start trying to sell stuff to you. So I'm just dotting this now around my cheek area. Hello, Lesley. Good afternoon. Have I missed any comments? No. So I'm just putting Magic Foundation, and this is 6.75, which I find is perfect for me. Tamsin said she thought I was 7, but I've tried 7, and I've actually used a whole bottle of 7 in the past, but I just thought it was always a little bit too yellow. And then I'm going to use my Magic Away. Now, I've run out of tissues, and I bet you I'm not going to be able to get the top off. I shall try. No, slippy hands again. It's all right, I've got jeans on. I don't mind getting them covered in concealer. Did you see Charlotte use no primer and light wonder under Lightgasm? No, I haven't seen that video. I saw it coming in last night, and I haven't watched it yet. So she used no primer and light wonder. I think that's okay. It's when you start using lots of different things. I mean, Tamsin used Unisex Healthy Glow on me. It's just the first day I was like, oh wow, this is great, this is great. Started putting all sorts of glowy products on, and I really did look like a shining beacon. So this is shade 6 I'm putting under my eyes, and I'm just literally just scribbling it all over the place at the moment, down onto my cheeks and on my eyes. Because I'm going to blend it in with this brush, and then I'm going to take shade 7 for the rest of my face. Now, another thing Tamsin said, and I think it is really useful, is she said to make sure that you do, because I do get a bit red round the nose, and it makes a big difference when I put the concealer there and the powder there, not just where I've got those thread veins, but just making sure I get around that area, because I think it's a sort of subtle sign of aging when you start getting red around the nose. Not that we want to eradicate all signs of aging. What, like, it was an interesting combo, Light Wonder and Lightgasm. With the Light Wonder, did she put any powder on? Because the Light Wonder will help it to stick. Or did she put a bit of powder on over the Light Wonder before she put the Lightgasm on? So I'm just going to blend all that in now with this brush. No pat, yeah. So basically, it's a very clever way of making the Lightgasm look more pigmented, because it will grab. It will grab the lightgasm palette. If I don't, do you want me to do that now? If I don't actually powder and I put the palette right on top without powdering, it's just going to grab it. I know Pixie Woo does that a lot. She doesn't powder and she just puts it straight on. And I tell you what else, this brush is really good. As I said, just a cheap set from Amazon. It's just the shape. It's really thick and it's shaped into that thing so you can get in under the eyes, get round the nose, and it buffs really well. You've got an invite. Well done. But you're not going to go. Yes, we all want to know why not, Lesley. Not that we're making you feel bad about it, but we're interested to know why not. Would you be too tempted? Now what? Oh yes, I was going to show you something else. Hold on a second. Come here. Trying to get the mountain to come to Mohammed rather than the other way around. With the contour wand, it really blends it in well. This brush. Sorry, I'm laughing at Linda with her capital letters. What? Why not? It might be a hassle to get over there. I can totally understand that. I mean, I can get there in a cab, but if you can't, I'll have to check. I haven't even checked my emails. I might have been invited again. Or they might be giving other people a chance. They might have said, well, she's bought the whole lot. There's no need to invite her again. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's fair enough. Lesley, just a thought. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. When you get invited to those events, you normally get a goodie bag. Why don't you email them and say that you're not able to go because of your condition, but actually would they be able to send you the goodie bag? Because why miss out on that? Why miss out on that? Let's see, and you can tell us what they say, because I really think that these companies need to make things more accessible. I mean, I went there and I struggled, and as you know, I was in pain for 2 or 3 days afterwards because of those stairs. But I did it because I really wanted to do it, but I suffered because of it, and people were a bit embarrassed. Now, there's not a lot they can do about that, but I don't see why they couldn't send you the. Yeah, there's no. I think, Shoshana, it's not like me to make excuses. But when you go to the Covent Garden store, it's very small. And also, it's in an area where I would imagine there is a lot of listed building status. Now, that's no excuse because the reality is they probably haven't even looked into it. But I think, they could do a lot, even if that is the case. They could have a little boudoir upstairs called the Accessible Boudoir. And I had this idea they could give every woman the right makeup and you can change the world. She can change the world, and put it upstairs and make a big thing out of having an accessible one. But I really do think, Lesley, give it a go. Email them, tell them about your condition. That's if you feel like you want to, but you've told us, made that step, and say that you're really disappointed. You'd love to have gone, but you can't. And is there any way they could send you the goodie bag? Because you will get a goodie bag. And why should you miss out from the goodie bag because you can't get there? Yeah, well, again, they're all very good reasons. So if someone else wants to go, you'll forward the email. Oh, that's really kind of you. Well, that's another option. That's really sweet of you. But I'm just wondering, Lesley, about sending the email. I want to encourage you to send them an email and ask them if they can do that. I'm not trying to take it away from anyone else that wants to go visit, but I just think you've been sent the invite, and I don't like the idea of you sitting there thinking I can't go, and at least have a little bit of a part of it by getting the goodie bag. What do you think, guys? Do you think I'm wrong to be encouraging that? But I just think it's worth a go. Why not? Right. Shall I put no, I'm going to put the Glowgasm light palette on. You never know until you ask. You never know until you ask. And I'm sure there's a few Charlotte Tilbury people watching me now. Not Charlotte Tilbury, I'm not that big-headed. But I'm sure there's a few, because a couple have started following me on Instagram. So if you're watching this video, Charlotte Tilbury, could you please send Lesley a goodie bag, because she cannot get to your event due to her condition. And this channel is all about making makeup accessible. We all spend a lot of money on your makeup. And if I tell you what, if Charlotte Tilbury does this, I will shout about it. I'll do a whole video about how wonderful and accessible Charlotte Tilbury is to their customers that have conditions. All right. And Lesley, you can put a link to this video into the email. Right. I will do a specific video about how well they treat their customers, because although their stairs got in the way a little bit from me, the staff there could not do enough to help me when I arrived there. So prove that you're going to do something for Lesley, please. And I will promise I will mention it on this video. And I've got 650 subscribers now who all buy Charlotte Tilbury, and many of them have got conditions. So please, 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 Charlotte Tilbury, send her a goodie bag. You know it makes sense. You'd like to give it to someone else. Oh, that's really sweet. See, I'm tearing up now. I am tearing up. Well, whoever else goes on your behalf, maybe should pick one up for you. Oh, Linda's offered to email for you as well. You see, that's what I love about you all. Sorry, I'm going to tear up. No, don't do it. You're all so supportive, because we've all been through it and we know what it's like. It's so disappointing when you feel like you can't do something that you really want to do. So we'll keep you up to date with this, but we want to see what Charlotte Tilbury has to say. And Linda, if you're going to email, you can put a thing here, and I'll put a timestamp to where I've said it, and then maybe give the ticket away to somebody else that can go. You'd love to give it away. Well, why don't you give it away and get the goodie bag? I think that would be good. I think why don't we aim for that? Right, okay. Shall I put the Lightgasm palette on my face? Do you want the Lightgasm or the Darkgasm? Ask me. Oh, sorry, the Lovegasm or the Lightgasm? Or shall I put one of the thingies on? Linda's going to email them for them to send you a goodie bag. That's it. We all support one another. And Linda couldn't come with me last time, and her goodie bag's on the way tomorrow. Sorry, Linda, that you've had to wait. I haven't been able to get out, but it's coming tomorrow. As soon as I go to Foot Health, I'm going to stop off via the post office. the thing is, they get custom from us. It's not like, you know, they're giving us free. They get it back in droves from all of us. I know they do, because we all buy the makeup to help us feel human, and it's such an important part of our lives that they need to start recognizing that more than they do. I think the people that see me in Charlotte Tilbury realize how important it is to me. Seeing me hobbling down the stairs in this plaster on, honestly, I thought they were going to have a fit. I think, Lesley, it's because we've all been there when we can't get out and we want to do something we love, and our condition or our disability is saying, no, you can't. And it is such a difficult thing to deal with. And I was born with my disability, and it's still a difficult thing for me to live with. So I'm going to put a bit of peachgasm on my cheeks as I'm talking. And I haven't put any powder on yet. I'm going to show you this without the powder first. And then I'm going to put a little bit of the other palette over. So can we have some votes for this light? I can't get the light right in here. But anyway, not with this laptop. Can we have some votes for what cheek products you want me to put on? Thankfully, there's only one eye product. Oh, and I'm going to put the rose gold eyes to mesmerize underneath. Lightgasm on unpowdered skin. Right, I'm just putting some of this peach. It's not actually the peach that shows up my pores. It's not actually these formulas. It's more the powder because of the duochrome. So if I get it around here, it really makes my pores look huge and bumpy. My skin starts to look bumpy. But I've reintroduced, because I noticed that my skin is starting to look a bit bumpy up there. And it's fine, but when you start putting glowy products on, you can see it. And the best thing for that, which I've reintroduced the last couple of days, because I really noticed it made a difference when I was using it, is azelaic acid. And niacinamide's good as well. Right, I'm going to use Lightgasm next, and then I'll do the eyeshadow afterwards, because I've got the Lightgasm here. I'll just get some on my brushes. Right, so right, I've got my, where's my other one? Where's my other, that's the one. Somebody commented, I was looking at another video this morning, and somebody made a comment which I thought was fair enough, to be honest, about this NARS orgasm and the fact that it's a bit of a rip-off of the name of NARS orgasm, and that was a bit of a naughty thing to do. And I have to admit, I have thought that. This wasn't on a YouTube channel, it was on a comment on a YouTube channel. What do people think about that? The fact that she can't say she hasn't ripped it off. It's so obviously about NARS orgasm, isn't it? Trying to get people that bought NARS orgasm. Good morning, Robin. Can you do Lightgasm and a nice peachy tone lippy, not a pasty one? Oh, LOL. Yes, I can. Right. So I'm going to use the bronzer in Lightgasm so that you can see it, because the other day when I showed you, I actually had some bronzer on. Today I don't. So let me try and sculpt with it. And I haven't got any powder, so it should stick. it's not really going to show up. Let's try again. It's not going to show up, is it? But you see, let me just show you this. I know I'm going to put the eye palette on in a minute. I haven't put any powder on at the moment. Okay, but if I take, this is what I think this is very good for. Apart from the nose contour, I'll show you, it creates a beautiful, and I was so, when I finally watched Wayne's video and he said it's a good transition shade, I thought, yes, I said that. Not that I'm suggesting Wayne copied me. I'm just saying it's great that I said something that he said and I hadn't seen his video. You see how it makes a really nice, subtle transition shade just to start building up the colour on your eyes. But it just doesn't show up as a sculpt shade on me at all. I'll put a little bit the other side just because. And I'll use it as, you can use it as a bronzer. Perhaps that shows up a little bit, tiny bit, but not really. You like NARS Orgasm. Also, it cheapens her classy product. Yes. NARS has an entire orgasm collection. It's getting to be too much from them. Are women so lacking in orgasms that they want makeup all about? Because to me, it wasn't, I'd have bought, if Charlotte had called it the Glow Getter collection, I'd have still loved it. It wasn't really about the name for me. But she should have called it that. Why didn't she call it the Glow Getter collection? Or the Glow Getem collection? Or is that a bit naff? Probably a bit naff. Anyway, let's go in now with... I'm going to bring out some products. So, this is my dream. I'll become a wealthy YouTuber. It's not really my dream. And I'll start bringing out my own makeup line and I'll call it the Fake Orgasm Collection. And at the front, it'll say, ooh, ah. Right, I'm just putting on here. I always end up taking it down a level, don't I? I'm just putting on Multi Glow. Now, this is straight over, no powder. I just wish that this light would look a little bit better. Hang on. All you can see is light rather than colour. Let's try that. I want you to see. See, I like that for the day. That to me is plenty. And the danger about this is if you're medium skin, because you want to build up the colour, the danger is you put too much on. And then, of course, the glow is there with the colour. So you end up getting too shiny. Or fake it. No, fake it, bake it. You could get what's her face to advertise it, the one that's in When Harry Met Sally. She could be sitting at the table doing her makeup, going, ooh, ah, ooh. I better not be too loud because there's workmen outside and they'll wonder what I'm doing. Fake-gasm, that's it. You got it, Linda. You can always rely on Linda. Linda's funny. Fake-gasm, that's it, yeah. Hey, we should write to who's those people that do the rip-offs? Beauty Glazed, and ask them to bring out Fake-gasm. I'm just putting on the pop shade now. So there you go. There's light-gasm. Fake it till you make it. I'll have what she's. See, we've done it. We've invented something. You, all of us, we could just set up a PR company and invent our own makeup. And probably get the cheapest makeup ever and manage to sell it because we've got all the lines, haven't we? We know what sells makeup. All right, and I need to put some glow on. Some of this. Let me put before I put that on. I'm going to put some of the gold-gasm underneath first. What's this one? High blush. That's pink. And here's gold. I think you'll see it more this side because the light's hitting off the other side. Again, I think some people were a bit disappointed with this gold because they thought it was going to be dripping with gold. But then, again, why would you want that? I think people got to keep in mind that Charlotte Tilbury always says, I don't want to look at a woman and think she's got nice makeup on. I want to look at a woman and think, wow, doesn't her complexion look good? Now, so I've done that gold-gasm, and I'm going to put this over the top, which is the highlighter shade. I do think the highlighter and the bronzer are very similar to Film Star Bronze and Glow, except the bronzer's lighter. But you've got it all in one palette, which is always convenient because I like having things in one palette because I'm lazy. No, once I've sat down with my makeup, I don't want to be getting up using 300 palettes. So if that's me being lazy, then so be it. Right, and I'm here and down here. I'm going to wash a little bit of that highlighter over my eyes just to show you what it looks like. And it'll also stop that creasing. Just wash a bit to start off with. Right. Yes, I saw that it's about £140 the box instead of £220. Oh, you're talking about the Wayne Goss one? I got one. I got the one by Fenty Beauty. And it is lovely, but I ended up using it on my eyes. It was too much on my face. And, even though I've got olive skin tone and I can probably get away with it with a light touch, it was too much unless you're going to a disco or something. Now I just need to get one thing. I'm just going to have to shuffle over on here because getting up is tricky. Where did I put? Let me just get my glasses. I need to work out where I've put my. Yes, I've seen it. I've seen my target. I wanted my eyes to mesmerize. And you can use star gold or rose gold. I'm going to use rose gold. Or do you want me to use star gold for a change? I'll tell you why this is good as a base as well. if, like me, you've got crepey lids, and they don't look crepey now, do they, at the moment? Because they haven't got powder on them. But when you start putting powder on, they start to look a bit crepey. This, as a base, stops it looking too crepey. Both together. Okay. Actually, I could mix them together. How about I mix them together? I don't think it would work putting them in two different places, because that would look a bit weird. But let me just find Star Gold. See, I've got all the eyes to mesmerize as well. But I got them in a set. In a sale where there was this set that came out, and it was about half price if you bought the set. It was still expensive, but basically you got all the eyes to mesmerize and all the rock and coals in a big box, and it was about half price, and I snapped it up. It worked out about half price to get the whole lot. So that's how I got them. Right. Apart from Star Gold and Rose Gold, of course, that wasn't in the set. Right, so here's stuff. I'm going to put some Star Gold, which is here, onto my hand. That's Star Gold. And then some Rose Gold. And I'll mix them together. I can imagine us lot going out. Here comes the Gasm girl. Galgasms. There you go. Or you could call a collection Viagra. She could bring out another palette and call it Viagra. For women, the palette for older women, Viagra. Okay, I've mixed the two together. Thank you, Shoshana. I've never done that before, but it looks very nice. There you are. And I'm just going to put that on with my fingers. Yes, that looks very nice, actually. I think I've got far too much on my hand now. Oh, maybe not. Can always use it as a highlighter anyway. Use it on my lips. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave it like that, Linda. That's far too pale, I know. But I'll leave it there for now, because I can cover that. I'll put a little bit on my cheeks. I'm playing again. I'm playing. Oh, yes. The Hot Flush collection. We're bad. Did you hear that? I think I told you before about that interview with Nadine Baggott. I always get Nadine and the other one mixed up. No, it was Caroline. I always get Caroline Hirons and Nadine Baggott mixed up in my mind. Caroline Hirons was at one of her launch events and went up to her and said, "Did you name Sex on Fire after menopausal women with hot flushes?" And then she said something about vaginas. And Charlotte looked really shocked. And she said, no, it's to give you that, just, ooh, and all of that. But it was just funny because Caroline is she can be quite crude. And Charlotte was being all kind of, oh, this is I'm sure Charlotte can be quite crude at times, but probably not at their launch event. Let me have my sip of tea. Hello, Eleanor. Just to tell you all, if you didn't know, if on Instagram you follow the hashtag Ali Pallies, which is spelled Pallies, you will see all my posts as well, and you can actually follow it. So when I put something, you'll get, it'll come up on your kind of updates, as well as following me. And there's a hashtag Ali M's Beauty, and there's a hashtag Ali Pallies. Okay. Now, what was I looking for next? I wanted to get the eye palette out. Ali, you said it wrong. It's, oh, yes, 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 yes. I can't, there's workmen outside with the window open. I would, I'd be bold enough. But, my partner will come back in and they'll be looking at him thinking, what a shame he doesn't know what's going on in that house. Or they might knock at the door. Then I'd really be in trouble. Helena, in case you're wondering why we're being a bit rude, is because we talked about, I said I would bring out a collection called The Fake Orgasms. So we're just getting into this whole orgasm thing, and the fact that it's a bit of a rip-off of Nars Orgasm, and it all went on from there. You knew that once I said that was going to go downhill. Okay, now I'm going to use Dreamgasm. Dreamgasm. Now, if any of you, I tagged so many of you last night into that previous video in February where I mixed Exaggerize and Transformize, and I put on collagen lip bath over Supersize Me, and it looked just like this new collection. It was like a prediction. I was like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And don't worry, I will put some powder at the end, by the way. Go take a look at it. I've tagged so many of you that commented in it, said, look, this is Dreamgasm. Right, I'm now going to put some prime shade on, and I'm going to do this my way. Somebody said, I preferred the way you do the makeup, Ali, which was nice to hear as well. I think you always know it's a bit of swings and roundabouts, because I like having my makeup done by a makeup artist once in a while, because they give you some new ideas, and everybody can get stuck in a rut. But sometimes the reason you get stuck in a rut is because it suits your eye. And so I'm going to do it my way today. My way. I'll put some of that. So this is the prime shade of Dreamgasm. And then I'm going to put the enhanced shade. I'm going to put that all over my lid as well. So this enhanced shade is very like Star Gold. And I'll take that up to the crease. Just a different take. Slightly different take. There's only so many takes you can do with 4 eyeshadows. And I'm going to put the enhanced shade on with the smudger brush. Smudger brush, where are you? I'm going to put that underneath as well. Shoshana, the delivery man. There's no way that would happen with him. Anyway, he's left. Right, and then I'm going to go in with the smudge brush. with the smoke shade, and I'm going to do my normal trick this time. My old way of doing it. My little V in the corner. And then smudge it out. Because you saw me using this the other day in a different way. Was that powder? No. Don't know what that was. I'm just packing on some. Packing it on. And packing it on. And then taking it underneath. Don't worry, I'm going to blend it in a second. I'm sure you realise that. My eye's watering a bit, but never mind. And then I'm going to blend it in. It's the same when I get my hair cut. They never style it the way I do. So I come home and do it again. I never used to let anyone do my makeup. When my sister got married, I wouldn't let the makeup artist do it. I think I've told you that story about going to this wedding exhibition. And my sister was trying to talk me into getting my makeup done. So I went and had it done at this stall. And she did my brows. And I didn't use brow products until about 5 years ago because they were really thick and black. And it was the 90s, so it wasn't the in thing to have thick black brows. And she filled them in with black liner, and I looked dreadful. And my dad took one look at me and said, "Oh, go and wash it off." No. My family don't like the makeup when I get it done by someone else. They like it when I do it, but they don't like it when anyone else does it. Apart from Tamsin, I have to say, my sister does like it when Tamsin does it on me. But also some people, and I'm not talking about Tamsin, but I went to Mac once and this woman sort of kept talking about my age, and I knew what she was going to do, and it all just ended up being browns and taupes and very light touch. And I looked in the mirror at the end and thought, that doesn't inspire me to buy any of that makeup. It really just it didn't look like I'd had a makeover. It just looked horrible. But it was like, oh, she's older, so we'll do something very subtle and taupe, and all that I hate, all that I tell you I hate, which is kind of bury your eyes because you're old and you're supposed to kind of shrink away and age gracefully kind of makeup. And I went, yes. Do you want to buy anything? No, thank you. No. Right. So that, and now I need to do the pop shade. And I'm just going to put the pop shade in the middle this time. But also what I did yesterday, because I found that prime shade didn't show up that much underneath my eye, but the pop shade does. I do like that tip about going underneath with the highlight as well as above. It makes sense. So just a bit of the pop shade so that when I turn my eyes, It's highlighted. Can you see that in the centre? That shows up more than me putting the prime shade. I like your way too. It looks like your eyes were drawn too much downwards. Yeah, I think there was too much on the hood, too much shimmer on the hood. I mean, there's still a bit too much. As I've relaxed my eyes, look, I've just seen. I need to get a little bit more here. But I'm always open to ideas because I think it's always good to shake up your routine and work and see what what things. It's a bit like when I go to the hairdressers. I always say to them, "Do what you think's going to look good on me." And maybe that's a bit reckless of me, but I just think if they're artistic, they're going to do a good job. If you kind of limit them to what you like, then you're not going to get anything different, and it's your chance to kind of try something new. Right. And then I will get my eyeliner. Does anyone want to see these other palettes rather than me finishing off this look? So do you want me to see, do you want to see any other palettes against this palette? Like Dolce Vita? Yeah. I'll get some eyeliner out while you're replying. Do you want Dolce Vita or I think the person that mentioned it said she'd like me do my brows. Dolce Vita and Vintage Vamp, to look at it against those two shades. Just quickly doing the supermodel brow. I've been using that thing that trims your brows, so they're looking a bit more even now. Because I trim this side to look a bit more even to that side. It's still a bit thicker, but I didn't want to go too mad in case I trimmed too much off. Right, and then I shall use some mascara. What mascara shall I use today? Let me use my Yves Saint Laurent. I was hoping that eyeshadow pencil would have arrived by today, but they haven't even dispatched it yet. Even though it was next day delivery, they haven't actually put it in a parcel yet. Do you know what I've just realised? Charlotte doesn't do a green eye pencil, does she? She does blue, she does grey, she does brown. She doesn't do a green one. I mean, she does a colour chameleon, but I'm talking about an eyeliner. She doesn't do a green one. Aha, will she bring one out next week? Now I've said it. I'll do Sophia. Sophia and a bit of Daniel Sandler's green, I think. Yeah, and I think it sort of goes, it contrasts with the warmth. I like doing that, and I've got green on today, which, let me get Daniel's. Where did we get Daniel's out? Right, that's his blue one. Where's the green one? It's in here. It's in here. I want to get one of those pencil things that you can put them up like that, because I'm fed up of going through here trying to look for eye pencils. I've got them in a little box. Can't find Daniel's green one. Oh, it is. Is it? Oh no, that's a blue one. Another blue one. I might do blue then. I can't be bothered to get up. I know where else it might be, but I can't be bothered to get up. I use this light blue one, but green looks nice with it. But no, I just realised that Charlotte doesn't do a green eyeliner. And I've just got my blue mascara out. I'm not putting that on by mistake. All right, I'm not going to mess about much longer. I shall do... Oh, I found the black one. Right, I'm going to put a bit of eye cheat first of all underneath. A bit of this bluey one on. My eye's starting to water now. Navy. I know what I'm talking about. NYX ones. They're called faux whites. I might have to clean that up because my eye's streaming and it's looking a bit of a mess. And I've just put navy on the top. I really should have got up and got green, but who cares? Mascara. I'm going to put a coat of my MAC first. My MAC one. Wow, it's cool that you come back. Am I back? It's because all the city people were on their lunch break. And now they've gone back to work. Can you see me? Oh, back. Good. I said I'm just going to carry on because I'm nearly finished. And I didn't realise it's 2:15 already. I just put some MAC on and I'm putting some YSL on over the top. Because you guys are always saying more mascara, more mascara. I might have to put another layer because my eye's streaming. It's turn this round. This is a curling mascara, so it kind of encourages them to go to curl up. Right now, Linda wanted something peachy. Do some peachiness, and I'm going to do it with the lip liner because I haven't got my lipsticks out, but that's fine. I'm going to show you what this looks like with pink Venus and Peach Plump. Here's another well-used lip liner of Charlotte Tilbury's, my Pink Venus. That's a little bit lighter than it would be because I put that palette underneath, and then I shall put the Peachy Plump over the top. Come on, Peachy Plump. Where are you? Peachy Plump. Peachy Plump. Here we are. Hello, Beauty Horizon. Keep going as I'm losing you. I will. I'll keep going and then I'll put a photo on afterwards. That's over Pink Venus. So that's the look. I hope you've enjoyed today. Sorry about the eyeliner. It all started to go wrong because my eyes are starting to stream. But I hope you like that, and I will see you again very soon. If you've got any suggestions for what you want me to do this week, if you want me to carry on with any of these new products, what I thought I might do is when I get my YSL eye pencils, I've got 2 coming. One I wanted to use as a base. I thought I'd do a first impression of that. So I'll probably do that next. But if you've got anything that you want to see, or you want to see anything more about this collection, then do let me know. But I don't want to bore you all silly with too many of these because I think I've covered as much as I can almost. But yes, thank you so much. And to all my new subscribers, I just want to say thank you so much for my new subscribers, for my existing subscribers. I nearly called you old and I didn't mean to. Thank you so much for being an Ally Pally, and I'll see you all soon. Take care and have a great day. Bye bye.